My plan was to wait to make this video. I had this big elaborate idea for you guys to submit, but I just got my hair done and I'm feeling pretty good and my house is pretty quiet. So I thought, screw it, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. So hi, I am Krysta Zakrzewski. I also go by Kiki or Chrissy. I am a 39-year-old stay-at-home mom. I have 3 beautiful daughters. This is Eddie. I also have Josie and Cora. My husband Eric, and we live in Sterling, Virginia. Even though I'm a stay-at-home mom, I also can't sit still. So I am a civil celebrant for Virginia. So I marry people on occasion, and I have a small event planning company. She likes to see herself in the camera. And I also try to dabble in Etsy and some designs. Also being a stay-at-home mom is kind of a relatively new position, only a couple years. Since then I had been, or before then I had been doing a bunch of different jobs. Ed, let me do this. I had been doing a bunch of different jobs. I've been a lifeguard. I have worked in bars. I've worked in restaurants. I laid sod. I worked for civil engineers, and I started at the bottom there, and I worked my way all the way up to a director position in just a couple years. And then my most recent job, I worked for a company who tested equipment for bomb squads and SWAT teams. And I basically started as an admin there. And when I was finished, I had run my own assessment for implementing drones into SWAT team responses. And I wrote a report that's still used in the government today. And I have no background in bomb tech or SWAT or drones for that matter, or even writing reports. But just by watching and studying, I was able to adapt to my surroundings. Can you let me do it? God. Adapt to my surroundings. So I do feel like I'm kind of like a chameleon, maybe a little bit more awkward chameleon. Sorry, I have to open meat sticks. So maybe more like an octopus, since I'm a little awkward, but I do feel like I can blend in with a lot of different types of people, a lot of different backgrounds. I am an extremely hard worker. I have been training for Survivor as if you've already selected me, so you can go ahead and select me. But I have been doing, training hard, working out hard. My husband made fire making tables, which I've been practicing all the time. He made different puzzles for me to practice on. I've been reading books on how to tell if people are lying to you. And I have just been really putting in the hard work. We eat rice all the time. We got a huge bag of rice, practice eating it, practice cooking it. I have a very supportive family. Eddie, do you think I could win Survivor? Yay! Oh, thank goodness. And, my husband, he's making all these training things for me, but he's also helping me in so many other ways. My whole family is supportive of my dream to be on Survivor. I do feel like I kind of look a little vanilla, and I think that's okay. I can use that to my advantage. I think a lot of people will think I'm going to go in as being this mom character. And even though I am a caregiver, I do feel like I could fit in with more than, and just be more than just the mom. I feel like I could fit in with the younger crowd and the older crowd. I feel like I maybe am vanilla, but maybe with just some chunks of cookie dough hidden in there. I am quirky, I am sarcastic, I'm funny, I like to mess around with my kids and pull pranks and jokes and tricks. I do have tattoos of dragons and books, and I love to read, and I love everything fantasy and sci-fi. And I am writing my own children's book that has fairies in it. I do feel like I was one of the first people to like what is now coined fairy porn. So I guess that makes me cooler than most people who are now reading the fairy porn. But I do think a lot of those characteristics are needed in Survivor. I think I could really blend with a lot of people. I think I am average almost at everything. I'm average sports and arts and crafts and talking with people, and I just feel like I'm what Survivor fans need, because I feel like a lot of people are like me. They suffer from high anxiety. They aren't the best talkers. They're not lawyers. They often lose their train of thought. They're speech isn't as eloquent as everybody else's, but I get my point across and I'm not afraid to say my opinion. And I really think I could be the next survivor.
Popo.
And this is Popo.
Break the string. Break
rope is
the
smoking.
string. Break the string.
Oh yeah, it's on fire. Here it goes.
Break the string. Break
See it?
string. Break.
Woo! About an hour in.
Mom, the string's
Right,
still
hey,
on
move it. We're
fire.
gonna put it in the